So today, we're diving into something really interesting. It's a group called Kingdom Teachers, and they're basically taking the whole idea of church and turning it completely on its head. It's a fascinating look at how faith is being rebuilt for the digital age.
And it all really starts with this one big question. A question that kind of shakes up centuries of tradition. What if church wasn't a physical place you go to on a Sunday? What if it was just an app you open on your phone, whenever, wherever? And this isn't just some theoretical thing. The source for this entire explainer is right here. It's the actual welcome screen of their digital community. This is the very first thing a new member sees, and it lays out their entire philosophy right from the beginning.
Okay, so what is this platform, really? Let's break down the fundamental idea behind their model of, well, digital worship.
You know, they are incredibly clear about their purpose. They call themselves a unique site for people who worship online, at home, or even out in nature. But here's the most crucial part. The whole goal is to build a consistent practice without ever needing a physical church building.
So if you're replacing the physical church, who are you actually trying to reach? Well, they are very upfront about who their ideal digital disciple is.
Their ideal member is someone who's already committed to their faith, but they're also open to new ways of doing things, new worship experiences. And here's the real key. They have to be eager to engage with digital communities. This makes it super clear. This isn't a passive, lean-back experience. It requires you to actively participate.
And they're just as clear about who this is not for. If you're resistant to changing traditions, if you're not comfortable with tech, or you can't really stick with a consistent practice, they flat out say this probably isn't the right place for you. It's a remarkably focused, targeted approach.
Okay, so they have a very specific audience in mind. How does that shape their leadership model? Well, it's not about building a massive congregation in the traditional sense. Their philosophy is completely different.
This one quote from their leader, Apostle Keith, is really the key to everything. We teach thousands of people, only pastor a few. So it's a model that's built on scalable teaching, not that one-on-one pastoral care for the masses.
You see, the end game here isn't just about collecting followers. It's about training leaders. They call it creating kingdom teachers. You can almost think of it like a train-the-trainer model, but for faith, designed to create this scalable force of people who can operate independently. And that idea, that's the engine that powers their much, much larger vision.
And all of this builds to their ultimate goal, because beyond just being a digital church, they have a much larger and, frankly, a much more provocative objective.
On the surface, their mission statement seems pretty standard. Preach and teach the good news of the kingdom of God. And yeah, that sounds like something you might expect at first.
But as they say themselves, you have to look beyond the mission to find the vision. And their vision is where the true ambition really becomes crystal clear.
And here it is. Their vision is to raise up kingdom teachers to influence and infiltrate the kingdoms of this world. Whoa, influence and infiltrate, those are incredibly strong words, right? It suggests a goal that moves far beyond just personal faith and directly into the structures of society itself.
So this ministry is really just one example of a much broader trend. As our core communities, social, political, and spiritual, as they continue to move online, it leaves us with a critical question to think about. How will the very nature of influence, of community, and of leadership change right along with them?